Hi, welcome to Nagesh Biology online classes. Those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, like and share to your friends. Now we discuss about non-membrane bound cell organelle, that is the ribosome. Ribosomes, these are granular structures found in all living cells. These ribosomes, they are not surrounded by membranes. These appears like small granules or small particles. That's why these are called granular structures. They found in almost all living cells. Can be found in prokaryotes, can be found in eukaryotes like plant and animal cells. These ribosomes first observed by a scientist, that scientist named George Palade. So George Palade first he identified granular structures in living cells. So these structures identified in 1953. So the first person identified ribosomes by George Palade. Ribosomes identified under electron microscope because they are very small structures, small particles or small granules. So these ribosomes can be seen only under electron microscope. For ribosomes, total entire ribosome, that is made up of mainly two components. So here the composed of two components, ribonucleic acid plus proteins. Mainly these two components will be there in the ribosomes. Entire ribosome structure, the total entire ribosome structure, that is made up of RNA and proteins. Ribonucleic acid means what we can say, that is RNA, and as well as proteins. These are the two major components can be observed in ribosomes. For ribosomes, there are different names are there. Ribosomes, also known as, there are different names are there. So they are also known as protein factories. Now whatever I am telling here, all these are the various different names for ribosomes. They play important role in protein synthesis in all living beings. That may be prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell, plant or animal cell. In all living cells, they play important role for synthesis of proteins. That's why these are also called protein factories. Next, these cell organelles, they are not surrounded by membrane. That's why these are also called a membrane bound cell organelle. A means here absent. A membrane bound cell organelle, because it is not enclosed by membrane. Or some scientists they say that the non-membrane bound cell organelle, same meaning. Non-membrane bound, a membrane bound, same meaning. Non-membrane bound cell organelle. So ribosomes first appeared in the prokaryotes. So here they appeared in primitive organisms and as well as higher organisms. So these ribosomes also called primitive cell organelles. Next, these ribosomes found in every living cell. You can't say, sir, it is not found in this bacterial cell. No, it is found in every living cell, prokaryotic cell, blue-green algae and mycoplasmas, that is PPLOs, found in plant and animal cells. In every living cell you can find. That's why these ribosomes also called universal cell organelles. So these ribosomes identified by George Palade, that's why these are also called Palade particles. So these cell organelles looks like small granules. So these are also called Palade granules. So see here there are different technical terms, different names given by the different scientists. So here these many names are there for ribosomes. But here the group of ribosomes in prokaryotes. So what you can find in prokaryotes, so many ribosomes are arranged on the mRNA. Ribosomes are attached to mRNA. This what you call polysomes. So that's why here the polysomes otherwise known as ergosome. Polysome otherwise known as ergosomes. Polysomes are polyribosomes. Group of ribosomes, they are arranged to mRNA, messenger RNA. This is what you call ribosome. Many ribosomes are attached to a single stranded messenger RNA that can be absorbed in prokaryotes during protein synthesis. That's why these are also called polysomes. Polysomes, they are otherwise known as ergosomes or polyribosomes. So most important thing here, ribosomes, they are broadly divided into two types. But here these ribosomes, so the function play important role in protein synthesis. That may be 70S ribosome or 80S ribosome. That ribosomes may be found in prokaryotes or eukaryotes. The main important function, synthesis of proteins. So two types of ribosomes. First type 70S ribosome. But here the ribosome, 70S ribosome, it consists two subunits. Either 80S or 70S ribosome, both consist two subunits. 70S ribosome, it has two subunits. This one larger subunit 50S, smaller subunit is called 30S. But here larger subunit 50S, smaller subunit 30S. You may get one doubt, 50 plus 30, 80. So here I wrote 70S ribosome because these ribosomes, they small subunit that is embedded in the large subunit. That's why here this total 70S ribosome. So individually if we measure, it is 50S, it is 30S. So these are the subunits of 70S ribosome. It is small subunit of 70S ribosome. It is large subunit of 70S ribosome. 70S ribosomes, where you can find 70S ribosome, you can find in prokaryotes, you can find. These ribosomes also found in two cell organelles, that is in mitochondria, and as well as they also found in chloroplast. 70S ribosomes, usually what we say is 70S ribosome, these are prokaryotic ribosomes. But not only prokaryotes, 70S ribosomes also found in eukaryotes, in especially in mitochondria and as well as chloroplasts. And second type of ribosomes, that is 80S ribosome. 80S ribosome, usually what we say is these are eukaryotic ribosomes, because these found in only eukaryotes, cannot be found in prokaryotes. You can observe in only eukaryotes. So that's why 80S ribosomes, eukaryotic ribosomes. But 80S ribosome also has two subunits. Once you will see the two subunits. This is larger subunit 60S, smaller subunit 40S. So it is large subunit So here this one large subunit. Now this one, what do you call this, is small subunit. So total, once if you'll observe, 60 plus 40, 100, but it is 80s ribosome only, because small subunit, that is embedded, inserted inside the larger subunit. Most important point here, these subunits, small subunit, large subunits, they are attached with each other because of Mg+2 ions. So here that may be 70s ribosome subunits or 80s ribosome subunits. Both are connected with each other because of Mg+2 ions. Magnesium ions helps to binding up to subunit. Here S, 70s or 80s, S stands for sedimentation coefficient. So sedimentation coefficient, so that we can call it as Swedberg unit. So in the Swedberg unit, the first letter S. So here 70s, S means the sedimentation coefficient, that is a Swedberg unit. So it is the small measurement unit for the ribosome. But the Swedberg unit means it is indirect measure of density and size. So based on the density and size, ribosomes, they are broadly divided into two types. So 70s, 80s, the density and size both are different. So 80s ribosomes exclusively found in the eukaryotes. So and as well as 80s ribosomes found in eukaryotes. So here the endoplasmic reticulum, two types are there, no? Smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum. On the membrane of rough endoplasmic reticulum, 80s ribosome will be there. 80s ribosome, that is found on membrane of rough endoplasmic reticulum. So why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum? Due to presence of 80s ribosome, that total membrane it is rough. So why endoplasmic reticulum it is named as rough endoplasmic reticulum? Due to presence of ribosomes. That's why rough endoplasmic reticulum, the major role, it play important role in protein synthesis due to presence of 80s ribosomes.